rich, rare, and not expounded as 'tis decreed. Like these before thee thou thyself shalt bleed.
Of all saved yet mayst thou prove prosperous. Of all saved yet I wish thee happiness.
Like a bold champion, I assume the lists, nor ask advice of any other thought, but faithfulness and courage. I sought a husband, in which labor I now am snared by a father. He's father, son, and husband mild. I, mother, wife, and yet his child. How they may be, and yet in two, as you will live, resolve it you. Sharp physic is the last. Oh, you powers that give heaven countless eyes to view men's acts. Why cloud they not their sights perpetually if this be true, which makes me pale to read it? But I must tell you now, my thoughts revolt.
Prince Pericles, touch not upon thy life, for that's an article within our laws dangerous as the rest. Come, your time's expired. Expound now, or receive your sentence.
Great King, few love to hear the sins they love to act. 'Twould braid yourself too near for me to tell it. Who has a book of all that monarchs do, he's more secure to keep it shut than shown. For vice repeated is like the wandering wind, blows dust in others' eyes to spread itself. Kings are earth's gods. In vice, their laws, their will. And if Jove doth stray, who dare say Jove doth ill? 'Tis enough you know, and it is fit, what being more known grows worse, to smother it. All love the womb, their first being bred, then give my tongue like leave to love my head.
Heaven that I had thy head, he hath found the meaning, but I will close with him. Young Prince of Tyre, though by the tenor of our strict edict, your exposition misinterpreting, we might proceed to cancel of your days. Yet how, succeeding from so fair a tree as your fair self, doth tune us otherwise. 40 days we do respite you. And if in this time our secret be undone, this mercy shows we'll joy in such a son. Until then, your entertain shall be as doth befit our honor and your worth.
How courtesy would seem to cover sin, when what is done is like an hypocrite, the which is good in nothing but in sight. If it be true that I interpret false, then were it certain you were not so bad as with foul incest to abuse your soul, where now you're both a father and a son by your untimely claspings with your child. Antioch, farewell. For wisdom sees those men blush not in actions blacker than the night will skew no course to keep them from the light. One sin I know another doth provoke. Murders as near to lust as flame to smoke. Poison and treason are the hands of sin, aye, and the targets to put off the shame. And lest my life be cropped to keep you clear, by flight I'll shun the danger which I fear.
He hath found the meaning from which we need to have his head. He must not live to trumpet forth my infamy, nor tell the world Antiochus doth sin in such a loathed manner. Therefore instantly this prince must die, for by his fall our honor must keep. Valyard. And our line provides its private secrets to your secrecy. Valyard, for your faithfulness, we will advance you, Valyard. Come, behold, here is poison, and here is gold. We hate the Prince of Tyre, and thou must kill him. It fits thee not to ask the reason why, because I bid it so. Say, is it done then?
'Tis done, my lord.
Enough.
But lord, Prince Pericles is fled.
Then, as thou wilt live, fly after, like an arrow shot from a well-experienced marksman, hits the mark his eye doth level upon. Thou must never return, unless thou say, Prince Pericles is dead.
If I can get him within my reach, I'll make him sure enough. So, farewell, your highness.
Valyard, adieu. Till Prince Pericles be dead, my heart can lend no succor to my head.
Away from Antioch, failed Pericles.
Sudden doom exchanged with rough, wayward seas. We find his course on the shores of Tyre, thus contemplating his doleful mire.
I'm home. Alone. Why should this change of thoughts, sad companion, dull-eyed melancholy, be my soul-used a guest? Is not an hour in the day's glorious walk, peaceful night, the tomb where grief should sleep, can breed me quiet. Here, pleasures court mine eyes, and mine eyes shun them. And the danger which I feared is at Antioch, whose arm seems far too short to hit me here. Yet, neither pleasure's arts can joy my spirit, nor the other's distance comfort me. So with me. Great Antiochus, against whom I am too little to contend, since he so right can make his will his act, will think me speaking, though I swear to silence. With hostile forces he'll overspread the land, and with the ostent of war will look so huge, amazement shall drive courage from the state. Our men be vanquished ere they do resist, and subjects punished that ne'er sought offense, which care of them, not pity of myself, makes both my body pine and soul to languish, and punish that before that he would punish.
Joy and all comfort to your sacred breast, and keep your mind till you return to us peaceful and comfortable.
Peace. Peace. And to give experience time. They do abuse the king of flattery. The flattery is the bellows blows of sin. The thing the which is flattered is but a spark to which that wind gives heat and stronger glowing. Whereas reproof, obedient and in order, fits kings as they are men, for they may err. When Senior Soothir does proclaim peace, he flatters you, makes war upon your life. Prince, pardon me or strike me if you please. I cannot be much lower than my knees.
I'll leave us else. But let your cares overlook what shipping and what ladings in our haven, and then return to us. Helicanus, thou hast moved us. What seest thou in our looks?
An angry brow, tranquil.
If there be such a dart in princes' frowns, how durst thy tongue move anger to our face?
There is the plants look up to heaven from whence they gain their nourishment.
Thou knowest I have power to take thy life from thee.
I have ground the axe myself, do you but strike the blow.
Rise. Prithee, rise. Sit down. Thou art no flatterer. I thank thee for it. heaven forbid that kings should let their ears hear their faults hid. Fit counselor and servant for a prince who by thy wisdom makes a prince thy servant. What wouldst thou have me do?
To bear with patience such griefs as you yourself do lay upon yourself.
Thou speakst like a physician, Helicanus, that ministers a potion unto me that thou wouldst tremble to receive thyself. Attend me then. I went to Antioch, where, as thou knowest, against the face of death, I sought the favor of a glorious beauty from whence an issue I might propagate, our arms to princes, and bring joys to subjects. Her face was to mine eye beyond all wonder, but bound, hark in thine ear, in grievous incest, which by my knowledge found the sinful father seemed not to strike, but smooth. But thou know'st this, 'tis time to fear when tyrant seems to kiss. Which fear so grew in me, I hither fled. I knew him tyrannous, and tyrant's fears decrease not, but grow faster than the years. And should he doubt, as no doubt he doth, that I should open to the listening air how many worthy princes' bloods were shed to keep his bed of evil unlaid open, to lock that doubt, he'll fill this land with arms and make pretense of wrong I've done him, when all for mine, if I may call it, offense, must feel war's blow, who spares not innocence. Which love to all, of which thyself art one who now reproves me for it, drew sleep from mine eyes, blood from my cheeks, musings into my mind, with thousand doubts how I might stop this tempest ere it came, and finding little comfort to relieve them, I thought it princely charity